So it is Thursday, and look, okay, my phone has not gone off for like the past 15 minutes, and then as soon as I decide to do this, it goes off. But anyways, it's Thursday, and it's time for Take It All in Thursdays, and I haven't really picked out a topic. I don't really know. I could probably update you on the happenings outside, apparently, because I feel like when the outside, I guess, courtyard, I guess you would say, from my apartment building, anytime anything goes on out there, I kind of like have tuned it out. So, but when I play back the video, I'm like, oh shit, that's super loud. So, sorry for any interruptions, but any of the kids outside, I'm happy that they're outside playing because you don't see them around anymore. I feel like you don't, like, kids don't go outside and play. When I was a kid, we did that, so I don't know. So it kind of makes me happy that I hear kids playing outside. But anyways, sidetracked. Um, hmm. Sorry, my glasses keep glaring, but I just feel like wearing my glasses because I was about to take a nap, but then I didn't. Me waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning every friggin' day to be at Cafe Bene. By the time 3 or 4 hits, I'm like, I'm starting to get really, really tired. If I didn't get 8 hours beforehand, if I get 8 hours beforehand, I'm good to go. But I only got like 5 or 6, so um, yeah. So life update, I guess we can do. Um, oh yeah. Okay. Well, we'll start this. I Cafe Benny. Well, the head barista quit, and he got offered a better job elsewhere. And just with all the frustrations that happen at Benny, slowly growing, slowly progressing, people are finding their way, management's getting, I don't know what you want to call it, they're growing into the position, I don't know what the fuck. Just people are finding their niche better and better and better, blah, blah, blah. And some people are like, fuck this, I don't need that, I'm going to go to a different cafe where I have skills, which, um, to be honest, for what we're paid, a good barista would go elsewhere. Um, and I guess maybe I'm giving you some insider to our company, but that's pretty much where where I stood. I'm like, you know what? I'm a pretty, I don't have years and years of experience, but I consider myself to be a pretty good barista as far as I'm concerned. Knowing, like, the knowledge I've already gained in a few months, like, I know a ton already. I've researched these things. I've trained with so many different people, and, I just feel like my experience, yeah, it may not be in the years, but I really take the time to kind of, I guess, hone this craft of coffee and being a barista. But I don't know. I just kind of get frustrated that I get paid the amount I get paid, and I feel like maybe I can get paid more somewhere else. So what did I do? I ventured on Barista Exchange, applied for this job, got the job. So now I'm kind of in transition of training for another job, but they can't offer 40 hours because the cafe is not open like Cafe Bene. Obviously, Bene is open 21 hours of the day, 5:30 a.m. to 2:30 in the morning. So they're only closed like 3 hours of the day, like 2:30 to 5. They're closed in the morning. So this other cafe is open from like 7 to 5. Pretty standard. Like, a lot of the cafes do that. Um, but yeah, I got this job. She's like, come in, pretty much your time to shine, your audition kind of thing. Because when you're a bartender, if any of you have bartended before, they'll let you come on for a day. If they like you, they'll call you back. That's pretty much how it was with this cafe, which I was like, yeah, fine, fair enough. Then she made me go do this test. They wanted to see how I steamed milk and how I pulled my espresso and, whatever else, and how careful I was, if I knew bitterness and sourness and all that shit. So they tested me on that. And then she was like, okay, based on all that, based on how you do on those 2 days, we'll see how much you get paid. Still don't know how much you get paid, but I'm going in tomorrow. I don't know. It's really, not a high, it's like, I guess for a solo bar, I guess it is high volume, but I'm not making nearly as many drinks as I would at Bene. Bene is like crazy Times Square high volume in the morning, so I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of in between, and I don't know about Cafe Bene. I just feel like if they're gonna offer me more, obviously I gotta take care of me, but then I'm gonna miss the people. Like, I feel like I really bonded with the morning crew, and if any of you guys, watch this at Bene, like, yeah, I'm sorry if I don't mentioned about the night crew, it's just like, I work with you guys. And I think we've all found our niche with everybody on the morning crew. You know, we've gotten used to each other's personalities. I've begun to understand how to deal, or at least work around any type of snags or bumps in the road with certain people who have, you know, I think we all have, at Bene, it's kind of weird, or not even weird, it's kind of extraordinary, because we all have these really, really different, strong personalities, and it's really kind of interesting, and I find it really like, wow, that's really cool that, you know, there's not one bland person. We all have these like crazy different things about us that make, like, coming together, it was hard. I think it was hard in the beginning working together, but then like we found our way, which is pretty cool. Yeah, morning shift is where it's at. Sorry night people. Like, I like when I have like the night people come in the morning, and like I think Margot's mostly a night person. I love working with her, and like I'm so glad Joey's on mornings now, and like, you know, Manuel's work. Like, I don't know, it's just all great. It's like all great all around. So if you guys remember or haven't watched or whatever, I remember telling you guys about how you just need one, right? You just need one day to really show your stuff, and then you'll get your chance. You need one chance, you need one simple yes to, you know, to all the things you've tried. So I talked about how, you know, obviously I'm in film or whatever, and I aspire to be a first AD now. I've changed my goals. First AD is kind of what I want to do. And what I found is this. It's so funny. Like, if anyone at Bene tells me what to do, I get really pissed. I don't like being bossed around. Anyone on set or on film tells me what to do, I'll do it. It's kind of weird, because the hierarchy of film, it's kind of like a military type thing. Like, you have to hire people, and you have to like follow the orders or whatever. And I don't know, I do well in a really strict environment. And film is really, when you're on set and you don't follow, you know, who's above you, man, you ain't working the next day for the most part. And I think I know that, and I think like with film, I think that hierarchy works for me. I mean, anyone who knows me and my family know that. Like ROTC, I like totally just, I shined in that type of system. It worked for me. I don't know. Do not ask me why I did not join the real military. I will not get into it. Those values are, or that opinion is kind of, I guess, maybe reserved for another vlog, I guess. But yeah. So Craigslist is a bunch of shit. I want everyone to know that. If you are looking for film work and you move to New York City, Craigslist will only get you so far. I will tell everyone that first and foremost. Do not waste your time with Craigslist, because it's a bunch of students or people who have indie films who it's either low budget, no budget, want you to work for free. Now, if you are just starting out and you are still in college, or you're a high school student looking to gain experience, yeah, that's fine. But if you're really trying to break into the real industry, the film industry, where it's actually studios and networks, and actually this shit's being broadcast and distributed nationwide or even internationally, Craigslist is not usually where you want to go. It's very rare that you'll find a real position on Craigslist. Now, granted, I have a few feature films under my belt, and I found them on Craigslist, but they're all indie low-budget films. And most of those, granted, the last feature I worked on is trying really hard to get in, you know, the distribution, try to get that deal or whatever. Granted, they be working really hard, but they haven't really gone anywhere, to be honest. So indie is really hard, and to get into the real blockbuster or union type shows, it's like the union movies and all that, it's quite difficult if you don't know the right person. So I sat down one day and I'm like, fuck this, I have to figure out something else to do. And I just so happened to went on, I go on this one website. All these people's info is there. I mean, come on, it's public domain. They've offered up their information, emails, phone numbers. It's all there. And it's nothing you have to pay for, because I know below the line, a lot of people know about Mandy. Yeah, okay, you can find some jobs there. A lot of people know about belowtheline.com, where they have the production, they have like your producer's numbers. You can call them and say, hey, are you looking for any day players? That does work. But if you don't want to pay $50 a year, you have to pay for below the line. So forget that. Right now, I'm too fucking poor to pay for a listing that I would find online. So I went on this one website, And for any of you that want to know, I mean, please contact me. Exactly what I did is I started emailing people. I came up with this, this message that said, hey, I relocated to New York City. I'm looking for additional set PA work, blah, blah, blah. Because if you want to be an AD, obviously you have to start, or at least gain some set PA experience, get to know people, network, blah, 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 and then you work your way up. Usually that's how it works in film. Got to do the ladder thing. And if anyone knows any better, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how the system works. You have to network. You have to know people and take your first job and go from there. Because most likely, if you did good on their first day on that job, they will call you back for another job. And if you do good on that set, someone from that set will say, hey, you know what, she was a good PA on that show, so I'm going to call her for the next show. And that's usually how you're going to get your work, is through the people you know or the people you meet on, things you work on. So it's really important that you're on your A game anytime you go on set or anything like that. So yeah, I emailed all these people, and sometimes, for every, I think, 10 emails I sent out, I got maybe about 2 responses. And most of them were really helpful. They said, some of them were like, oh, don't contact me, contact production coordinators. Or don't contact first AD, contact second ADs. Or, oh, don't contact second ADs, contact key PAs. And I'm like, I didn't know really what a key PA was until I actually got here. I didn't really know that they had key PAs. I know second ADs took care of that, first ADs took care of that. But see, I was in the indie budget thing, so I didn't really know. So now I know. And because they gave me all this information, they helped me. Granted, there were some first ADs willing to, like, hey, I'm gonna keep your. They had me, hey, call me up, we'll talk. So I would call some people up, and they, we talked for a little bit. They gave me a little bit more advice. They said, yeah, I got your resume, and when things come up, I have production, I'll give you a call. And I got a few of those. Some people said, hey, I'll hold on to your resume. Other people were, hey, I'll pass your info along to someone who I know might be working on something. And then I just didn't get any response. And then I have people calling me saying, hey, I have your resume, can you come work on this? Which obviously is amazing. Obviously, I did interview for the show Louie, and they did call me for additional work. But then I couldn't because I had got a call from someone else saying, hey, we need you to work on this set, would you like to work? It was the Big C. I worked on the Big C set twice. So I got to do additional set PA work on that, which was pretty awesome. Susan Sarandon was there. I don't know the show. I don't know if I'm spoiling anything, but I thought it was pretty cool. Like the 3 actors, like the main actor, Laura Linney, I think her name is, the main chick. I don't know. If anyone watches that show, it's pretty cool. So to kind of see these people in action and actually see a union show. I worked in a union show. It was really awesome. So don't give up. Don't use just Craigslist. Do not use Mandy.com for your if, ands, buts, or whatever. Like, oh God, if I don't get a job from this website. Because, come on, people, the logic is, if you keep doing the same thing and you expect a different result, I was like, you know what, I gotta switch it up. I have to figure out something. So that's what I started doing. Emailing people personally, getting their information, putting myself out there. At this point, if you're trying to make things happen, and I am one of those people who believe that if you really want something and you want to make it happen, you can make anything happen. So just gotta try, and you just can't give up on if it's your dream, you can't give up on it. Come on, let's be real here. It's something you really want, you can't give up on it. Don't give up. Just gotta try different things. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid of no's, because like I said before, you're gonna get like 30 no's to 1 yes. And so far, I have a few people calling me, oh my God, I got the best info. This is going to cough in like 30 seconds. But this one girl told me, hey, she actually gave me an address building. She goes, most TV productions offices are in this building. Go in this building, take copies of a resume, ask for an AD or a key PA, and give them your resume. And say, hey, I'm looking for, this work, please. This is my resume. Give me a call if you need anybody. And she gave me the exact address, and I went and did it the next day. I'm not even kidding. So people are willing to help you out. People in the system are willing to help out people trying to get into the system, even if you don't know anybody. So all my film people out there, have faith. And I guess that is it for Take It All on Thursdays. That's where I am right now. I'm slowly making my way. And I will see everybody next week.